Charge straight out onto the bomb site, and Dignitas are struggling now. They've already lost a couple players. They're still trying to get those players down in position to actually be able to play off of this bomb, but they start pulling it back. Exist gets two, Get Right with one as well before he falls, and now they have the position to play this 2-on-2. The bomb though being tapped, both players holding that single door, and now it's on Freiburg. Taps away the force with the P250, still just trying to play the time. Not sure if Alu was sticking it or not, but will now realize that was not the case. And despite the kill coming in there from Alu, he doesn't have time to get the defuse through, so he is going to have to just back off. And Dignitas, they find that open in pistol round. Worth noting is obviously these two teams did play yesterday in a best of one where we seen them on Dust 2, and it was ENCE who got the victory. Not having that come out here in this matchup, I'll presume that in a moment, because there is a chance for these pistols to actually get something done. Alu gets a double. Aerial with one as well. I mean, winning the round is still going to be tough, but at least they have made this very, very costly to the economy at Dignitas. I think the barrel may have just been spotted right there. So yeah, X7 peeked through. Actually haven't jumped up though onto something on the back of the wall there. He wasn't spotted. So now the push begins to come in. X7 goes straight down to Exist. Get Right with one as well, and immediately the save is called for.
At that point, they'll be able to rock on through to the next with a pretty comfortable buy, obviously.
I believe Sunny himself was trying to use that smoke as a little bit of a one-way. Alu not expected to be still up close. Just catch one off guard. Ariel decides he wants to go through that main smoke, and suddenly this round has become again a little bit troublesome for Dignitas. And there it is, Alu even stealing away and up. All onto Exist and Get Right now to try and save the day. Exist has covered some ground by walking out onto the A-bomb site, but a good bit of time is still needed for that bomb to be retrieved there by Get Right, and I mean, it's not going to be really given to Dignitas. Sergey just goes forward alongside that flash, and Exist was as blind as he could possibly be. Don't give him chances. Okay. Alu hits the shot, but that was a little bit risky. He's fallen back now that they've been able to find that one. And with that, beginning to actually move on towards the A-bomb site. Coming out door, though, Sunny finds two. Unfortunately, Sergey in towards the hut doesn't find the same success, so he will go down. And although Ariel is in quickly to help out, it is not quite quick enough. X7 now left in the one-on-one. It's a quick headshot towards Freiburg indeed, and he doesn't let Exist set himself up at all. I mean, the bomb was out in the open. So
ends up getting blind afterwards, I think, by his teammate's flash, but it just doesn't matter. X7 couldn't see a thing, and he's spamming through a box. Sergey not so lucky, but the kills are already looking pretty damn good for the CT side to close it out. As Exist falls, and Forrest just needs to be sneezed on. Achu says X7 as it goes 4-4, tied up. The T side now got to take an eco. The player observation room hasn't been spotted yet, so a chance for Get Right to pounce, and he gets one with the Tech 9. It's actually workable at this point. Cock coming down the vents. Sergey's fallen. What is happening here, Dean? The pistols, the rush down vents, and all of a sudden a team flash as well. X7 is 6 HP. It's time to save. Get out of there.
Uh-oh. Okay. I was like, okay, they're thinking about what damage they can do, but no. They go ahead and just take the round. That is upsetting for ENCE. As I said, they really hadn't built up much money.
But even still getting cut off. Talking to Sunny, catching off the T side. He jumps up above for two. The 180 is good, and he's out of there. They're going to fade through the smoke at just the right time, though. Unlucky for Sunny. But still a great start for ENCE with a man advantage to play with now.
I was going to say they probably will be pretty happy with that, but Sergey is still willing to fight towards outside. A little bit risky, even sticks around after dropping the up. Wanted to fight up against Exist as well, but real opportunities being given here to the remaining players for Dignitas. That's what they were hoping for, maybe a mistake to be made. So eventually they are forced to just move forward on towards this A-bomb site, and immediately Exist goes down. Get Right had a bit of a chance to try and get one kill there, but then again, having the A1S on definitely helps out, yeah. Oh.
Just under cut off with a spray from up above. Ariel doing a lot of damage. Sergey down on the side catches him out the door. And Dignitas, somehow, they can win force buys. They can't win rifle rounds. ENCE bounce back immediately. This would have been huge. If Dignitas won it, they're up on 8. But now Halzer's got to pull off a 1v3. A 4K clutch. He's been watched from just about every angle. He might have an opportunity if he can get out and face main, but he's looking the wrong way. Alu takes him down on the off, and that is the end of the round. Someone was thrown too deep. They're really not having a good time on their executes at the moment.
Freiburg actually still made it across. He was spotted, I believe, but was able to do so with the flash. It the play Exist was then ready to peek up close alongside Freiburg to get rid of that main player, but they're struggling to deal with the crossfire between vents and up on the rafters, and unfortunately, they will not be able to trade back successfully. The
CTs now with a difficult enough retake. They've lost this versus CZs and Tech 9s. Now there's AKs in the hands of Dignitas.
Halzer tried to get aggressive, unfortunately didn't really work out for him, ends up going down. Still a 2-on-3, as you said, though definitely winnable with all these CTs moving in from ramp as well. Exist continuing to take that fight, slows down their ability to move back in because they have to be dodging from the window. You see actually Sergey going in to go ahead and clear out that position. Will find Exist and Get Right, hoping he could swing out and just find the one-on-one. It doesn't work for him, unfortunately. Sergey was already back in to peek alongside Alu.
This time, the pistol, which you'd imagine with those stats, Dignitas has to be quite good at, starts out poorly. Alu with a nice opening kill, but that nade does so much damage.
Yeah, damn. I mean, 3 players are bolted a quick rotation from Halzerk, which wasn't really expected. But now it's the 3-on-3 retake. Quick headshot being connected by Get Right. It's Ariel who falls. Sergey up close. They do actually go ahead and clear it, but he manages to spin around and get the second. Halzerk falls. Low health on Get Right, but he's not actually able to connect the bullet he needed. And now it's a 1-on-1. Not knowing where Sunny is the main issue that Get Right has at the moment. The smoke in play does also have a defuse kit, but being so low on health, it's going to be tough to stick to Sunny. If he spams away, only needs 1, and there it is. Get Right was trying to spin around and see if he could avoid.
They leave. They run away. What's up with that? I thought they were going to pressure him immediately, but instead, I don't think they realized the bomb was down out there. Now they've got nades in their hand. What is this? Clean and clinical, I said. I might take that back. But look, Alu's just killing everyone. The dude has no support. He's standing in doorway, and everyone's just peeking into him. Losing every single duel.
Forest could pull together a buy as well, so I think they probably are going to go for this, but it's not too great. Again, will be quite a few weaknesses if they do want to. There's still a couple of players towards this bomb site that can hold it down. That Molotov certainly complicates things, forces one out into the open, and doing the same to Freiburg as Ariel gets all 3. Get Right down in the vents. Can't do anything about this anymore. I don't believe it. I don't believe so.
Follow the same formula. Halzerk's got the op and he's giving away his spot. Freiburg with another kill though, and that really pulls it back. They've got only the players down towards Hell. They're even being spotted out. Exist with a good swing, trade it out. They know Halzerk's in spawn, but outside of that, there's no information to play with.
There you go. The flash goes in at least. It will give a little bit of room. The nade going over does connect some damage, a small bit, but nothing really too substantial. And with Freiburg actually flanking around from outside, Alu's been eliminated, so now it's all on X7. Obviously knowing that he has pushed up around this area, Forest just comes in and finishes it off. And
door, so Exist knows they're down below him, if anywhere. Moving up towards the window, double peeked. The op the one to find that kill, and only now are Sergey and Alu, who've consistently, whenever they've taken secret control, been so far behind the team, only now do they start to move down. That means that they don't have very much of a fallback. Both players are here, bomb in the open, but they know Halzerk's got an op. They just need to peek him together. 15 seconds, he finds one. Halzerk knows there's a player below him, and what a shot! A 4K from Halzerk!
And being in single with the door closed as well, he's probably not going to be trying to fight the bomb site itself too aggressively. Bomb now got planted, so okay, he doesn't actually just swing out. There was a player up on the rafters, and he may not expect a quick vent flank to be coming in as well, so unfortunately he will fall after the 1. But Freiburg allowed to get the first trade. Not able to quite see the body there of Sunny either way. Could only see, I believe, the gun on the back a little bit. That Nay had done a lot of damage though, and he manages to get the headshot to finish off Sunny. That was perfect.
Especially because they know Get Right has been the one playing B. They've taken contact onto him and Exist multiple times. And taking Exist down the ramp and having early control. Oh my god, Freiburg, what is this? First the 1v3, now the spray transfer down to X7. The 2v4, all right, there's dual Berettas coming out, of course there are. Dignitas, we're walking all over them. Sunny shot a corpse. You gotta make sure, double tap, make sure he's dead.
That's how much Dignitas are annoying him right now.
That's how much Freiburg is scaring him. Just even when he's dead, keep shooting him, just in case.
Oh, that's a risky peek by Get Right. It is Dignitas' map pick after all. We're not too worried. Have I dropped? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I've dropped out of GoTV though.
Yeah, we've got the same thing here actually. It looks like
really?
GoTV has crashed. That is not ideal. Let me throw it over to a break screen then, and we'll I'll communicate with the admins and see what's happening. 14 to 14. I guess we're just throwing in some suspense.
Yeah, and with a passive enough A play as well, they do have the ability for fairly quick rotations to come in. That nade is perfect. So much damage done there by Exist. Looking to just spam away now and see if he can finish any off. Apparently not though, actually taken down by Alu, and Sergey, having got up close to that connector smoke, was also able to get rid of Halzerk. So suddenly it is actually a man advantage for ENCE now in the after plant. Haven't taken some damage though. I don't think they're too comfortable with sitting back. They actually flash Sergey in towards the back line so we can see what he can find. Gets a dink before eventually going down, but without her kill being found by Alu, again, it is Dignitas trying to work their way back into this round. Quick headshot by Freiburg. Forest nearly catching himself that kill, but in the end, Ariel able to come out on top and now staying alive. Both players are low. Freiburg actually has the defuse kit. Okay. Alongside the smoke, is going to be able to just go ahead and try and stick this bomb. The shot's initially being missed. Damn, the nade made that a little bit easier for GetRight, just running across to get himself one headshot. Unfortunately, doesn't really amount to too much else for them in this round. Quickly being cleaned up by ENCE.
Right here. They're back with X7, so there's a little bit of a change up of rosters in terms of how that's rolling. The CT, so much damage done. Alu's left in a 1v4 as they blitzed out a Pop Dog and blitzed to the floor. The open play. Looking for a victim, and he might find it towards, indeed he does, towards Old Bomb, but there's a player up in heaven that I don't think he's going to expect. That tag pretty much seals the fate of the round. Falling back, he's going to be hunted down like an animal, and Exist was just waiting for him.
Exist, though, still in a pretty decent position to hold this one down. Gets 4. The only kill being found is back from X7 there over towards Ivy. Left as the last man standing. The bomb and just everything being just left at the bottom of ramp right now. They are surprisingly getting aggressive, but GetRight, okay, with also the very aggressive smoke slowing down this rotation from getting into place. It's going to be tough for them to make this retake happen. I was going to say, if they don't get a kill quickly, they could consider the retake. But Sergey caught close towards connector. GetRight flashes in through the smoke. Finds Sunny waiting on the other side, who's having a little bit of a tough game so far. Alu does get one return, but now he's in on the bomb site trapped. He has his teammate only now beginning to rotate into position to try and help him. In towards heaven, at least. Having a Molotov on Alu, not really in a position where he can use that to delay the bomb. Instead, it comes to X7, gets 2, and now Forrest alone. The bomb planted, though, on the other side of that bomb train. He taps it to bait out the drop, and will be able to find the kill. And, of course, with the defuse kit as well, does have time. That was extremely close there, but he gets it.
With an opening in towards Ivy, they're starting to move forward. That's a hyper-aggressive push, but Halzerk misses the shot, and that could be costly.
Yeah, it looks like it will in the end be. The trades were continuously just back and forth. Indeed, making it a slight bit easier for those rifles to finish it, but it doesn't matter. Exist. He somehow made it past that initial angle being held.
X7 gets tagged down to 12, so he can't really afford to continue aggressing. In fact, Forrest goes looking for him and finds him all too quickly. A second as well onto Ariel. And Pop Dog reclaimed. GetRight just waltzing back on in there after Forrest clears it for him. A great start for Dignitas, but it might not continue that way.
Sergey pulled one back, but I think he got naded to 1 health, and Halzerk just hunted him down with the USP to make sure that he wasn't going to be living. Oh, it might happen. It actually might. Oh, God. We're only 11 rounds in. Sergey with the 1 AK, as was pointed out. P250, a couple of blocks. I'm not really expecting much success from this. It actually is the Glock in the hands of Ariel. That finds the only opening they are able to achieve. And that gives them the bomb plant to even get himself the AK now. If he finds Halzerk, this is winnable. Unfortunately, he will not be able to. And
he's out, and I don't know if they've spotted him at this point. I'm pretty sure they haven't with the smokes down, but they'll suspect it because they gave it control. Halzerk, that's a big shot to whiff. They've lost GetRight and Exist. Alu springing into action towards the A-bomb site. And although they know where he is, he's got support coming through, but swings a little bit early. Forrest onto another. And things could spiral out of control there if they give the opportunities over. But Forrest is going to have to find himself a 4K if they're to win the round. Unfortunately, he's being spotted and tapped to death by Sunny. 7 on the board for ENCE.
Kill actually comes in favor of the op there for Halzerk. Oh, X7 actually just spamming through the smoke. I think that was able to pick the kill up. Sergey finding GetRight on towards the bomb site. Halzerk up in heaven. They know the op is around here somewhere, but not sure exactly where. He manages to get the second before going down and allowed for Exist as well to find an opening. And look at that flank from Freiburg.
Great job by Exist, but Freiburg is spotted out even despite the noise Exist was making. He spots the player moving into main. Oh, and swings wide. Alu thought he was going to go in for the defuse right away, but Exist was taking his time. Well played. And that is going to be an 8th on the board for Dignitas, closing out the half and doing a pretty good job of recovering and considering the start ENCE got off to. But the ENCE have still got a really good leg up.
Are very difficult to deal with, as you would actually imagine. Sunny as well, nearly being caught off guard. Trying to stay alive, but it won't be allowed. So far, only 1 trade actually being returned from ENCE. That flank, though, eventually coming true. Yeah, Alu gets the trade, at least, as Ariel does go down after only finding 1 himself. X7 pushed back to the spawn. Actually going to be wrapped around on by Forrest, and now they have the bomb planted for them.
And the funny thing is, It looks so obvious from our perspective. I wish we could watch this round back without X-Ray.
Yeah, there certainly is the opportunity. Playing a little bit more passive, as you said. Also didn't have Cavaliers, didn't want to be in a position where he could get naded early on. Coming forward, gets the first. Most importantly, though, has the Heaven then covered off as well to allow Sergey to purely focus on that ramp push as it comes in. With that, he's able to get a double himself as well. The bomb is dropped. Holzerk's left alone as all his teammates are gone before he really realizes what has happened. And they're pushing him. There we go. The boost comes in for Alu to go ahead and close it out.
A pop dog control down towards the bottom of the ramp as well. That swing going to come through. Great damage by Get Right. It's traded back and forth, but Sergey on 7 HP plus the kill for Holzerk leaves them in a good spot to make a push happen. And in fact, Get Right switches around towards Heaven now, so he's watching for the play out by Sunny as he comes out of Connector. I don't think he was spotted then. Get Right seems to still be checking for the player there. He snuck past them. That is dirty. No way he suspects another player, but he did, 93 damage to Sergey plus takes down Sunny? That's a great round for him.
Oh. Especially as Alu just tries to take the jump peek across, tried to see if there was anyone holding the angle, didn't know if he could fall back safely to that position, and with that he could drop a weapon. He's going to be actually spotted now by Freiburg. X7 is about to find this contact. It's going to be scary if he peeks any wider. The op is posted up as well, but no, just waits until he spots the barrel of Exist. With that, is able to go ahead and capitalize on the kill. Smoke eventually goes down, but not before X7 got himself a little bit of vision. And with Holzerk missing that shot, I was going to say, it is still a very strong position for ENCE. Smoke goes in to try and allow him to plant, but that's not going to be an easy task either way. Actually spots Sunny over towards main, but I don't think he's going to expect this close player. And yeah, he does not, so tries to stick the bomb, goes down. 9 for ENCE.
They're right up close. Sunny behind Blue Train, starting to fall back as Get Right falls. And so too does Freiburg, the range duel with the UMP.
Yeah, great work by Aerial. This round is just falling apart for Dig. Yeah, everyone's gone except for Holzerk. He has that glass cannon up in play and has got one for himself now, but it's going to have to be the ace clutch. Would break it, and that's ideal. He's not going to expect his player up close on the left. Oh, okay, actually checks it, but doesn't connect the shot.
Drops a nade, not going to do any damage to Molly as well, but all 4 are coming in through Heaven. Yes, one dies. Maybe even the second to Alu, but Sergey's going to hold it by himself in a nice little swing around.
Lol.
Unlucky Sergey. You know, Alu clearly didn't have any faith in him.
And even on Nuke, I think we've seen them win a couple of these weaker buy rounds. So who knows, maybe there's a chance with the pistol. So far, though, every time they've come out A, at least for the last 3 or so rounds, they have been absolutely decimated, and it doesn't look like that's going to be changing. Only, oh, he got double naded. He was 7 health, slightly overkill. Of course, being smoked off at the moment as well can't really contribute too much with the AWP, but it's only now the push is actually coming in. Sunny's still here, they already have the rotation ready as well, so ENCE are still definitely in a pretty decent position. Sunny pops out, manages to. The bomb at this point can't be planted unless they manage to get rid of him on the middle of the bomb site, and it is not happening. Holzerk not able to find anything. It's all on to Get right now, 1 on 3, and he needed it. Oh, okay. Did he get dinked and naded at the same time?
ENCE could come back into it, we could see it, and especially because it's their map pick and train CT side, that's what you'd expect. Good performances, trades back and forth, but pretty much fourth for ENCE as they find themselves a triple. Freiburg left to try and cross the site, gets a smoke down, but there's already a player swinging on him. Bye. Bomb doesn't even get planted. Forrest is all alone. He's out of the game. And they would have loved a bomb plant to give him a little bit of extra money, but not really done anything. I think Sunny's realized that as he walked further back. Like, Ariel, I asked you to smoke towards T-spawn. I had a position in mind. He gets himself a kill either way, and as they start to come out through Ivy, spray from X7 was ambitious, and as they run into a Molotov to take him down, Get Right and Exist lose almost all of their health.
Yeah, it was Get Right towards main that had been tagged up already, and he does end up getting finished off. So now it's just the 3 men left trying to come out through that smoke over towards Ivy, which does not go well. There it is, 16-12 for ENCE as they finish off here on train. And indeed confirm that we are going to need to see Overpass to confirm the winner of this series. But oh, Get Right does at least get that kill on towards X7. That gives them the chance now to start moving in and at least pincer in towards the bomb site. Oh, Sunny got dinked for 7 health somehow. Has a P250 holding for the push to come in. Low health on Get Right, somehow not finished off. 2-on-2 winnable position, but Aerial, he's able to come out on top of that killing towards the spawn. I was going to say with that gives them the... was crossing over, rather, had a smoke down, I believe. just got spammed through. A bit unfortunate on the timing. Owen Forrest could be the next victim. Actually spams in return to do some serious damage and does at least finish off Sunny before going down. Oh, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be anywhere near enough really for them to hold this bomb site. Despite having Exist and Freiburg in position, neither of them finding success. Ariel comes in with a double on the Galil.
Halzerk doesn't look like he's in the best of positions, really, does he? Not only is he in trouble, but from in front, but from behind, as Sergey is being boosted up into heaven, as we just saw, and he completely catches him off guard. The move up close to toilets and possibly into it could have been pushed in the back, but now watching for this actively, the flash through, the swing, but he actually focused on the wrong player. Halzerk took down Sergey, but Exist was spraying the lifeless corpse of him. That a player would come up behind that he could catch off guard, but that doesn't come through. Alu misses the shot. The spray is good to start it off, but Freiburg can't finish him. And now things get a little bit dangerous. Alu keeps on answering with the op. They've got the side and they can go for a plant.
Oh no, this is really swung around. There is still a bit of utility here for Get Right. Moving in from short. Forrest just holding the angle, actually spots the head of X7. And with Alu being so low, yeah, not ENCE in a spot where two of their players wouldn't really be able to invest in the next round. That is a little bit awkward. Okay, Get Right peeks in towards Monster now that the smoke is gone. Alu does have the opportunity to go ahead and give them an opening. That flash not going where it was intended to. Would have been perfect as well. It would have blinded Halzerk. They had another. And there you go. Forces him back off the angle. Alu posts up, gets himself the kill. Suddenly it's a 2-on-2. What is happening? Not again, Mitch. Oh, going to go for the boost. They were able to salvage the situation in the last round. Can they do it once again? Yeah, and that boost from Forrest at least gets one and tags down Sunny. Oh, and the nade is perfect. Sergey goes down as eventually that flank will be able to pounce it. Now there's only one player left in that position. Do they fight it together to take the bomb is the question. It looks like they kind of want to because Get Right has pushed out. Surprisingly on his own because Exist has fallen away, but he still gets the kill. X7 not really expecting it, being more worried about Exist on the flank instead.
Here's this shot for Halzerk to leave Alu all by his lonesome, looking to retrieve the bomb, and he lands his shot, but Get Right unfortunately survives. Significant control towards that A site. You're seeing Freiburg start to rotate up. Halzerk is left on an island by himself, surrounded by T's. They could come down through a number of angles after him. The only thing that's sure now is towards his back is clear, but he has to be worried about Connector alongside of toilets, and indeed that straight peak coming out from the worst party in the middle. Good return by Freiburg at least, but in a 2v4 so much is needed. Inside the smoke he hopes to sneak past them, but instead he's right in front of them as it fades. And Forrest left alone, spotted out behind. Well, he at least got the kill for it. But a 1v3 not looking all too light for exits, but even at that, with Alu's position, he's unlikely to find anything as ENCE know they're clear to exit through short within the next couple of seconds. Never mind all that, they just kill him. You will see ENCE converge towards the B bomb site. That molly sure to slow them down. In fact, they didn't have a smoke down in time to stop it, and eventually, although they get one short, it doesn't actually even quench it properly. Sergey on to... Oh, that was close, but Alu missed the shot! It leaves them to continue to fight on. Exist on the flank, down through Connector, lands himself a kill, and look at the HP, 6 and 7. He just needs to hit one bullet onto each, and they'll be taken down. Moves into the bomb site quite quickly, flashes behind him, spray good, sees the player on the right and can't quite land the shot yet. They're so low, but he's low in ammo now, but, well, he had enough. Only one bullet needed to the shin.
And this time we see the pace actually being taken up a little bit by ENCE, or rather a lot, because they go straight out Monster, which is not something we've seen them really attempt before, at least not in recent memory. Freiburg only good for one with the MP9. Forrest elsewhere is able to get himself a kill, but as you can see, while Alu's still lurking, he's able to trade back once again, so it is now a 2-on-1.
Time ticks away, player swings out wide, good shot, and he's down below. Now he just needs to find the other, and he can't get it in time. Alu already scoped in, making a very early call to bring Exist up, but it looks of it Get Right too. And I presume Freiburg's going to stay on the angle. Halzerk with one, can't get out alive. Exist tucked in the corner. Now the full rotate is on its way. But yeah, as Exist gets taken down, Get Right's all alone on 1 health. Freiburg comes up to Dumpster, but he's also 50, and this should be ENCE walking up double digits. Dean, what a half this has been on the offense on what should be a neutral ground.
It's been absolutely fantastic from them. This round is pretty much done, as you said. Freiburg is on 45 health, being quite low, and he's actually the healthier. Yeah, he's definitely the healthier of the two. I'm trying to move forward. That flash was perfect. Okay, X7 able to pop out and finish off the half.
Coming in on their CD side with a hell of a lead and starting it out with aggression down in connector. Exist taken out immediately, and Halzer keeps trapped in a corner. They just hunt him down. And although the B side is being overrun as we speak, there's going to be a very quick rotate through short.
Yeah, very quick indeed. I mean, Forrest is able to at least make his way over to the CT spawn and start bringing that bomb up towards A, where he should be able to at least get the plant. Yeah, no one's going to hunt them quickly, so indeed he will be able to get that little boost of economy into the next round for Dig, which of course can give them rifles even if they lose on a couple players. But at that point, it's going to be 11-5, so he's going to try and have to pull off this 1-on-4, which is not going to be easy. As soon as he's spotted, especially, gets the first kill on Sergey, but now he still has 3 to deal with. X7 actually having a defuse kit, trying to stick the bomb. Had been tagged low, but fortunately his teammates come in to save the day.
We're probably going to need to see ENCE surviving with pretty much all players, at most losing one of SMGs, and that would be ideally even after he found a couple of kills to farm that money back up. The aggressive position from Sunny makes me very worried because of the volatile position their economy's in. But look, I was going to say, luckily they lost one player in mid, but they're all starting to group up. Alu's already down. I think they know Sunny was here. He threw a nade, but I don't think they've made the read, so that should... Oh, he shot off too early. That's great. Dignitas have already done their job. They've killed 2, and with low HP on X7, this round could actually go their way.
In theory. Get Right also being fairly tagged up, and now Freiburg being actually finished off there by X7, the man who was low, still taking himself the 3rd kill before he does eventually fall away. And no, actually he doesn't. He continues to aggress, I believe. Yeah, no, he's the man who's fell back around. There's someone else who's aggressed up on mid at this point. That was Sergey.
In fact, I mean, they'd probably want to make their way over and start sending themselves the weapons to Sunny if they can. Oh, Ariel gets them up close. They run through the smoke straight into his UMP.
They might have wanted to have got a bit of info about what's exactly going to happen. They'll have a pretty solid setup on this side of the map with all 4 players in position, including the boost in the back, and not even really letting them move forward before they pounce. The first man moving out, True Monster actually had the bomb, so he gets taken down, and he still has a position for info. Actually will eventually swing wide and hits the collateral. Halzer survives it, but not going to be able to do much more as he moves forward. Sunny was also focused up on the angle, so yeah, that push coming in through short, the nade is fantastic as well. Freiburg barely hanging on to life after it, making it an easy finish. Didn't really matter when it's Alu who takes him out with the op either way.
You can see Alu is pushed up on long with the AWP. Sergey clears out towards Fountain and finds Halzerk with his pants down. An embarrassing situation for sure, as they now go down a player. And Sergey repositions to look to catch them coming up through Con. The close range angle being held as Alu, it would be behind them. Another frag for Sergey, his 3rd kill. And Alu's got a quick flank as well. This is going to be devastating. He's going to catch them lining up these smokes. No, they're on their way back down Con, but that bomb is in the open. Hello, and goodbye to the chances of Dignitas winning this round.
It's been made a lot more difficult than it was looking just a few moments ago. Like 7 up close on long is just not expected, at least, so perhaps that could help them out when they move forward eventually. Smokes on towards that A bomb site, but a 3rd player now has been rotated up as well.
So got a 3-man hold on this A side, as you're saying, but Sunny started to back off for a second, moving down towards B, maybe suspecting this to be a fake. As they move forward, they're going to realize, well, that's not the case. Sergey tucked in the corner, not able to catch them off guard anymore, and Sunny whiffs the shots. It's all down to Ariel, a 1v3 that he's got to catch, and the bomb not planted, but Halzerk takes the head clean off him.
That could potentially be an AK even for them to use.
If they can get around to it, it is for short. Just like the plant, the molly going in towards the toilets, but Exist head peeking up. Oh, he's being taken down. This is risky. They're defusing the bomb at the moment. Sunny goes out to take the kill, but it's a 2 versus 1. Nobody on the bomb. They know that as he spams away. Deagle out, finds the kill. Time is low. And Get Right facing. I mean, as soon as they know he's not on the bomb, I'm surprised to see they continue. But has to stick around this area. He can't afford to completely negate that angle, or Alu has to come top connector. He finds one, but doesn't know about the player up close. Oh, but he doesn't get the trade! Exist! That was his frag, But Alu now still sticking around, looking to punish even more players, but Forest on the wide swing takes him down. With Get Right having short control and a player spotted on the A site, they presume rotates will come through and start to move down towards B. They've even thrown a smoke onto the A site, but X7 with a deagle in hand. It's a 4v2. This is ridiculous. X7 in with another, and Halzerk a 1v4 to try and close this out or keep themselves alive, and they just can't do it. Dignitas, they've lost to the mix by.
They've melted like your ice cream in the Budapest heat, man. That was...